I'm going to do your birthday reading. It's for a whole year. I wanted to get like a few different decks. And so I did all that. I'm going to clarify with tarot here in a moment, but I kind of wanted to let you guys know some of the messages so far, right? So what I've done is I've divided the year into four hunks, right? So the first one is November, December, January, then February, March, April, May, June, July, and August, September, October. So we're doing the full year and we're just seeing like what's happening over a 3 month period. So this one is starting in November, right? So the next 3 months. So here's what I feel like. I feel like the first card I pulled out was the moon card. I love these moon oracle decks. It's called Have Faith in Your Dreams. And it's a waxing crescent moon, which means like it's right after the new moon. And then it starts to build. Well, what do we do on a new moon? We make wishes. We do an energy exchange. That's when we manifest the things that we want. We set our intentions with the moon, right? So it's saying like there's a wish that you made, and I feel like don't let go of that dream. I mean, don't let go of that intention. Be patient as it unfolds in front of you. You know what I mean? I also feel like, be courageous here. Have faith in your dreams, like believe that you can and you will, you know? Um, and don't look back. Focus on moving forward. Focus on your now, but focus on, you know, your next move, like the next move and the next move to make this dream come true, whatever it might be. Now, the spy card is here. And because it came out on top of like have faith in your dreams, I feel like there's two meanings to this card. So some of you could have somebody spying on you, or you could be spying on someone else, right? Or it could meaning that you're doing your research. You're anticipating your next move to make this dream come true. Because manifesting is, it's all about intention, and it's all about believing that you can do it, and tapping in to get information from your higher self, like what's the next thing that we're doing, you know what I mean? So I feel like, you are doing your research, you're understanding what your next move is. And then this card came out, and it's in the Akashic Tarot, the Akashic Records, right? So there's two major arcanas that came out of that, which I feel like honestly, this is your soul purpose for this year. You know what I mean? It's the Ark of the Covenant. It's owning that, right? The number 11 card in the regular tarot is the Justice card. It's Libra. And it's about, like, honestly understanding the justice of your life. You know what I mean? Instead of feeling a victim about anything, you love who you are so much that you know that without all of those experiences, you would not be exactly who you are. And, when you figure that out and you love who you see and you love who you are, are being, that's when the justice comes in. Like all makes sense. It's like an aha, kind of like relief kind of thing, right? So, one of the messages on this card is saying, like, you are living true to your soul contract. And the next one is about facing lessons and growing, right? So maybe what you're learning here is that you can manifest. You know what I mean? Because I feel like you're learning more and more and more things, right? Working toward greater discoveries, like you're figuring even more and more out. And I feel like this could be about your higher self, your higher purpose, your soul's purpose, the reason it came, you know, and the reason that you came is to touch the world with your light. And that is the meaning of the Ark of the Covenant. It's also talking about not getting pulled into emotional drama here at the bottom of the deck. Like it's sort of like that's another meaning of the card. And it's saying, like, remember, you're having faith in your dreams. And so let's just say that this is all about an emotional drama situation. You're going for something, you're trying to make something happen in your life, and there's drama around you. You know what I mean? And so it distracts you. Have you ever noticed like they do that even on the TV? You know what I mean? Like I feel like they program us to believe stuff or to think about something other than what's happening. Like, look over here. And so we look at this other thing and it puts us in fear. And then meanwhile, back at the ranch, like there's shit going on that we don't even know about because we're so upset about something else, you know? And they pull on our heartstrings. They do. They'll use children. They'll use, whatever they're using to try and like we get really involved in the drama, right? And it's saying like don't let yourself get pulled into the drama. And I think that might be an important message for you, Scorpio, because when you think about the astrology that's happening right now too, like your ruling planet is changing signs, and that's definitely going to pull you in one direction or another. You know what I mean? So I feel like, keep working on what you're working on, what you started to manifest here. Just have faith in it because it's really coming true, is what I feel like. And I also feel like because of this, like I think you manifested this just to see if you couldn't do it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't really understand, but I think like you're doing something and you're trying to create something and it's working. But like, I feel like there's going to be things going on around you that might pull you out of whatever it is you're working on here, which could be yourself. It could be, who knows what you're working on. Okay, so that's the first 3 months. Should we just clarify that right now? Let's do. So you're doing research, is how I'm reading that card, so that you can work with your manifestation. Like we have to work with it. It's not just stuff isn't just handed to you. Well, it is sometimes, but I feel like we have to work for things. We do. Okay. Spirits, angels, and guides. Tell me what's going on here in November, December, January for Scorpio with this Ark of the Covenant and having faith in their dreams and all of that. So Knight of Wands, it could be doing something you really, really love. Oh, dang, Gina. So you've got a 7 of Swords. So this could really be somebody watching you here. Kind of like hiding behind a tree. Devil card could be dealing with a Capricorn. Or this could be something that nobody knows about. Like this could be a hidden thing for yourself. Like it could be like a secret addiction or something, a secret, anyway, the devil does 100% represents fear. So let's go with fear. I feel like you have a lot of fear about something moving forward. Something. I also feel 9 of Wands, like you feel guarded and you don't want to let anybody in, So let's say you're an artist of some sort and you're manifesting like becoming famous or whatever you're manifesting here with the have faith in your dreams. This is something that, you feel guarded about. Like maybe you feel like you can't share your work or it's not good enough. There's something holding you back. It's like self-imposed. You're the one that built the wall, right? It's got something to do with work. All right, so here's the big answer here is the higher self. It's the high priestess. It's So this could be about being silent. This could be about not sharing. But the high priestess, more than anything, I feel like the high priestess is your higher self. It's your third eye. It's your intuition. So I feel like you intuitively know that you should probably do this thing, right? It's something you love doing. It brings out the best in you, yet you have so much fear. And I do feel like you like doing it, but I feel like you're scared to share it, scared to put it out there, scared to like reveal that you are the light. Even like I kind of feel like that because the Ark of the Covenant is like, I mean, do you know what it is? It's like so let's just talk about the story of it, right? We don't know if any of that's true, but it is found in the Bible. And a lot of people think that it's connected with, some kind of really big technology that they had in Egypt, and they built this box, and then they say Moses might have took off with it, but they feel like it's connected to aliens. I mean, if you watch the Ancient Aliens or anything, like they have a whole explanation for the Ark of the Covenant. It's got everything to do with radiation and whatever that was. Like it was glowing. It was, you couldn't touch it. It was so powerful that if you even touched it, you would die. They only could hang on to it by those poles. And yeah, so it was a pretty big deal. And also the Ark of the Covenant, it's like inside of that thing they had all the treasures, like that's the Bible story of it, like, right? So what they had in there is like the stone tablets. They put the stone tablets in there because they were sacred to them and they wanted to protect them in there. They had some manna in there, which is that food that just rained from the sky, and it was like bread or something. It gave them what they needed to survive through that wilderness. And um, let's see, what else was in that ark? Ten Commandments, the manna. I guess it doesn't even matter, but those are the two things I can think of. Anyway, it held a lot of power according to every lore, right? The ark. So I don't know what it was, but it's here and it's your card right now, So let's just think about all that stuff. Like, this could be about you, like having hidden knowledge inside of yourself and like talking about the Ark of the Covenant. If you're the Ark, how precious the information that you have stored inside of that piece of you, that soul, that piece of you that's connected to the divine energy of all that is, right? So I just feel like there's so much going on here, but like, whoa, about the fear, right? You got so much fear and guardedness here. It's like, wow. But I kind of feel like, so November, December, January, hang on through this, like don't let yourself get distracted. Keep going toward your dream, whatever it is, and following those passions, whatever that might be. You know what I mean? These are the things that stir your soul so that it comes to the surface. And what happens when that soul is out playing is that these fears get squashed because the soul is running, like the soul is laughing. This is the part of you that, like, when you actually get into that energy of like just doing the things you love to do, like go back to in your head to when you were little. What did you love? I mean, who didn't love rolling down a grassy hill? I highly suggest doing it if it's at all possible. Go out there and roll down a hill. Man, it just feels so good. And then, I mean, that is your soul playing. That is your soul interacting with the human. Like, yeah, let's do more of this. You know what I mean? So there she is, and she's right here. Like, she's the one, like, almost guiding you out of all of these fears. So that's what I see for the first 3 months. I hope that makes sense and helps you. I also pulled, I can't remember what these called, lover oracles or something like that, but they do have really cool artwork on the one side. And then there's a message and it says, deep in your heart, you already know the answer. Do what feels right. So, one more time, talking about like tapping into that higher self. You know what I mean? Deep inside, you know the answer. And that is your higher self, you know? So, I just wanted to like bring that out. And I got another spirit message before I go further. I wanted to say it because these are for your whole year. You know, do what feels right. Tap into that higher self so you know what that feels right like, right? Do those fun things. Go roll down the hill and pay attention to your chakras. Like, how do you feel while you're rolling down the hill? You know, like, don't focus on, I'll tell you what it feels like, kind of. It almost, I remember I went down a really long one a couple years ago with Lila, and I kept like every time, like I was like almost being smacked down on the ground, you know, like I was definitely catching some air. And when I hit the ground, it hurt. And I, you know what I mean? And I don't remember it hurting like that when I was little. But I laughed so fucking hard. And you get to the bottom and like, I don't know, you just don't even care that it hurt going down. I went down again. And so I kind of feel like, you know, pay attention to how your chakra system feels. Because I feel like you'll feel some kind of real, like it's a feeling that you had when you did it when you were little. It's exciting, probably around solar plexus area. So like a couple of inches above your belly button, right? So anyway, I'm just trying to say, like, dude, like tap into that soul energy and pay attention to where you're feeling it and what it feels like, because that is your soul coming out. So like, let's say you're meditating and you know you're just basically working on your breath, but you start to feel that same feeling that you felt while you were going down the hill, you know what I mean, in the solar plexus. Maybe it starts to vibrate. You're just laying very still. I've had this happen and it's so magic. That is your soul going like, I'm right here. I'm right here. Let's do this thing, right? So, anyway, I just thought I would share that. Here's your oracle. Make today your new beginning. Try to leave any past mistakes in the past. Don't allow them to weigh you down any longer. Move forward today with the confidence and knowing that you have better and brighter days ahead. So I feel like, you know, keep that in mind. Maybe even write it down, you know, make it really pretty. Maybe make it into a, you know, like some kind of cool scroll looking thing on a piece of artwork. You know what I mean? Cut out that you could do it anyway. You could do a collage. You could, you know, use markers, whatever. I'll put it up here in case you want to like take a screenshot of it because it's really good. And it's your one whole year birthday message from Spirit, from yeah, from Spirit, angels, guides, ancestors, all the good stuff coming in. Okay, so now we're looking at February, March, and April, and it looks like something's ending here because you have this full moon in Aries, and it says a fiery climax approaches. This is about an ending, and when it's in Aries, like that is the Emperor energy. So I feel like you're standing in your power. Um, I feel like also this came out in the Akashic deck, the Ascent. So, like, see this guy? He's actually like climbing with like rock climbing, right? So he's a rope and everything. This could be, let's talk about it. It could be a promotion at work because you earned it, right? It's also a message of when you apply yourself, you can do anything, anything, right? So it's talking about maybe the trials and the tribulation of your life, right? The ascent. It's about ascension. And look at where you are. You're at the very top. You made it. You fucking made it. So I feel like there's something there, you know, because you're set. You're like at the top, you see a whole nother vantage point. I feel like this is you being lined up with your higher self, finding that emperor energy and like taking charge of what happens next, making the choices, right? I feel like there's someone um, in February, March, and April. The card says someone else, someone's in the middle, someone's trying to sabotage something. So, what we're talking about here is you ascending, like on a spiritual level, and it's telling me that someone is trying to sabotage your ascension. That's what I feel like. I think this is going to be like I think it's this person that's trying to sabotage something for you, like whether it's a relationship or whatever. I feel like you're looking at it from your soul's perspective up here. I mean, you've been through just about everything, right? Because you're all the way to the top of that mountain and standing in the emperor energy and closing a cycle with somebody that sabotages you, somebody that's in the middle of your life that doesn't fucking belong there. Like I feel like there's someone maybe that has to come out of your world here. So February, March, April, cutting somebody loose, ending something. Let's see what Tarot wants to say about this. Yeah. Knight of Pentacles. You could be dealing with Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Could be somebody younger than you. Five of Cups. I feel like this is kind of makes you sad. It's like you kind of don't want to let this person go, but you've had enough. They have made you imbalanced. I feel like you're figuring it out, like how much pain in the ass this person has been, and I feel like you're deciding that maybe you don't want to put any more energy into it. It seems like they've made you cry, played games, and that shit is just done. It's like eating your lunch. You're closing out the cycle. This is a love situation. This is a love situation. Magician's here too. So I don't understand. I feel like you're trying to manifest love here with an Empress at some point. I feel like you have some healing to do here. So I feel like you're closing out some kind of cycle with somebody who's just a game player and it hurts you. I don't really feel like you want to let them go. I just feel like they get in the middle of your life and try to sabotage things, and I just kind of feel like you're over it. I mean, you're seeing it here. This could be a good friend. Because I don't know what they're trying to sabotage. It looks like they're trying to sabotage a relationship in this card. But what it looks more like to me, like when you look at the whole thing, is they're trying to sabotage your own spiritual ascension, and you see it like they're holding you back, and I just feel like you're wondering, like, is this worth it or not? And I think you're deciding that you need to move on from it. February, March, April. So I think you have another little tiny mountain to climb with this thing. You know what I mean? Like, because you're going to have to cut somebody out of your life. So May, June, and July, you've got Show the World the Real You. This is a full moon in Aquarius card. I'm just telling you that because I don't know if it makes any difference or not, but it could. The Queen of Roses is the Queen of Cups. So maybe what it's saying is that in May, June, and July, I feel like maybe you're changing. Maybe your soft side is coming out. You know what I mean? The Queen of Roses, she's very emotional and she is not afraid to like even show it. You know, I have one card where it shows her like up to her elbows in tears and surrendering. And so I feel like the Queen of Cups also means surrender. So it could be saying that I feel like you're showing someone your vulnerable side, or maybe everybody, the world, you know? It says show the world the real you. And the real you is the Queen of Roses, like your sensitive side, your vulnerable side. I feel like there's some of you that are going to be going through this energy, you know? I feel like there's could be some changes in your like where you live for some of you. You might be moving. You could be moving in with a significant other in May, June, July. And maybe that's, you know, part of showing the world the real you. Like making the statement, yeah, I really love this person and we're taking it to the next level. Yeah, I'm ready. I don't know. But definitely vulnerability, compassion too for the Queen of Roses, right? She has learned a lot, felt a lot in her life. Yeah, so I feel like, yeah, the Temperance card is here. That's about energy exchange, you know? It truly is. It's about accepting all the pieces of you, even the vulnerable side, you know, and showing the world the real you is showing that balance, you know, because we all have access to it if we want it. That balance between shadow and light, like, you know what I mean? Like understanding that they're both valuable, you know, like, would you ever learn anything without, I don't know, some of this dark energy? No, you wouldn't. We wouldn't learn anything. That's why the souls come here, so they can feel emotions and um, live life through a human, you know? We're definitely different in soul form than we are in human form. You know what I mean? There's none of this doubting or anything like that going on in the soul arena. They're 100% positive and sure of themselves. Okay, so here you are hermiting, right? So a change of residence. So you got Temperance and the Hermit. So I kind of feel like there's a lot of meditating here, a lot of tapping into the higher self in order to understand all the pieces of you and how they all matter. You know what I mean? And that there's nothing flawed. I feel like sometimes, like, especially religion, but it sure made me feel like I wasn't good enough, like on a regular freaking basis, you know? And I kind of feel like sometimes, like, that's so instilled in our brain, you know? Because, like, think of all this stuff that God commanded in the Bible. And so if you grow up living like that, you're like, man, he killed that whole family, you know? Like he killed that whole tribe of people and he killed the guy who didn't kill every single one of them. Like, you know, we're going back to like King Saul and the Old Testament here, but like it's stuff like that that I never understood. And like that, it doesn't seem fair to me. Everything about that Old Testament God seems unfair to me. And so I don't know. I always struggled with that God, you know, like why did he do that, you know? Anyway, I kind of feel like you're tapping in here and just realizing kind of like that bigger picture of your soul. You know what I mean? That connection that you feel. This almost has the connection like in the picture. You know what I mean? It's like the DNA um, helix or whatever, like going around her and then connecting into the ether. You know what I mean? So I kind of feel like it's important to try to do that, to put that energy in there, you know, for yourself. Like, tell me what this soul really wants me to know. Because what I feel like is, like, from this reading, it looks like you've gone through quite a bit. You know, it looks like you're really fucking guarded. It looks like maybe you felt like a victim as a child and you're kind of carrying that through your life with you. Like, just, you might not even know it, but like in the back of your mind, you just feel like, why is this fucking shit happen to me? You know, like every fucking time. Like we've all said that at least once in our life. Like, why can't good things happen? Well, because we learn so much from the what we label bad. But I would beg to differ about what your soul feels like, you know, toward the bad place, you know, like the grieving place. Because really they don't feel any of that when they're in the soul form. They are just pure love. So we have this pure love soul who really came here to feel. And so it looks to me like you're doing a lot of that, right? But then there's comes this time where your soul, like you seek your soul, like it's too dark. It's too dark to see, you know? And so your soul comes out and shows you something. And I feel like what they're showing you here is the importance of both things, like the experiences of the darkness as well as, you know, this pure love that you came from. It's all important, and when you can get balanced in it, and you can. But see, at the bottom of the deck, I'm seeing that Five of Pentacles. So I feel like, you know, most of you underlying, like you feel like you're not enough. You feel like you can't ask for help. You feel like you don't have enough. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just not enough. So I'm not even going to try. That's what that card is looking like to me. I'm not even going to go in there. It's fucking cold out here, but I'm not even going to try. Okay. So you're going to be tapping in a lot to your higher self. And I feel like the reason is like you're being asked to show the world real you. Own up to it. Own up to all of it. Like, there's no shame in being you. And I don't care who you are. I don't care what you've done. I feel like you came to do that, you know? I just kind of do. And I just feel like maybe some of you are really figuring that out. And I think like even like when you're in the temperance, like with this card, do you see it? It's like the dark and the light both, and like being completely balanced with both of them, okay with both of them, proud of both of them, right? Like you are fine, like you're accepting all of who you are. And Eight of Wands, so maybe new powers, big changes coming in for you once you kind of embrace all of you, like even the dark stuff, right? Four of Wands, yeah, big changes in your home. Remember, this card is saying like you're moving it, you could be moving, right? So I kind of feel like you're manifesting happy, stable home. Sorry about that noise. That is somebody still working upstairs. It's been the longest remodel job. I'm learning a lot of patience, I feel like. Okay, so August, September, October. Let's look at those cards. So first of all, the first card I want to talk about is this guardian angel that's watching over you. It's somebody that's on the other side. It's right here. Feel like they're guarding you, also bringing in some luck. Could be a Sagittarius energy, maybe not, right? But I feel like what's happening is there's a miracle coming in. Like you got Archangel Raphael, and he's the Archangel of Miracles. And this card brings in the energy of love, family, miracles, healing, and blessed journeys. And this person comes in as a human. Now you got the Eight of Wands here, and it's over here too. It came in down right over here. So that would be like maybe like June or July. Like there's something major going on here with this Eight of Wands. This could be maybe when you're moving in with this person or changing how, I don't know what you're doing, but I don't know, something. Some kind of movement happening here. And then this Archangel comes out, right? And it's the number 8 card. And it's Archangel Raphael. It's coming in with the 8 of Horses, which is a lightning bolt, which is spirit. And yeah, so you have the 8 here too. Same 8. So something major coming in. Like It could be like a sudden epiphany or whatever, but it is coming in as a person, you know, and it's some kind of lucky break. It's a Sagittarius energy, and it says luck is on your side. I feel like that's kind of Jupiterish kind of energy, and you have a lost loved one that's watching you. So, like August, September, October, like right before your birthday next year, there's some big shit going on here. Like a miracle is coming in, right? A lucky break, which could be like seen as the same damn card almost, huh? And it's all being brought to you by somebody on the other side. So you have a guardian angel over there. Could be. Okay, so now you've got a brand new beginning. Ace of Pentacles. This could be about a new way to make money. King of Swords. Lots and lots of knowledge coming in here. Queen of Pentacles. Owning your value. Queen of Cups. Surrendering. Queen of Cups over here. Knight of Cups. What in the world? Six of Pentacles. Okay. You know, like, let me see here. So you got something lucky coming in. There's a person coming in to give you some messages or the answer to something or change something completely in your life. Okay. That's somebody is coming in. It could be an air sign. I think coming in as King of Swords is that energy. So this would be somebody that has a lot of knowledge. This is someone who speaks truth coming in, and they're guiding you somehow, guiding you to a new beginning. And I feel like, you know, this is partly because it's about like understanding your, you know, your value. Because I feel like underlying all of this, you don't understand that. You might be able to be getting it here, but it's not really coming in 100% clear. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I just feel like, I don't know. Six of Pentacles. Somebody could be coming in and changing something for you. The way you see yourself, the way you operate. You know what I mean? Like, tell me what that Knight of Cups is. It could be that, it could be even what you want. Because I'm asking about the Knight of Cups because I'm like, what the fuck is the Knight of Cups doing here? And this one's playing a game. It's playing a game of chess, you know? So, like, what does that mean? Then, when I said, what does it mean? It comes out with the Page of Pentacles. This could be a message. Let's think about it. It could be a message coming in. It could be that person. I think this person changes. Like the Star card is about healing. So they could be healing an old grudge that you have, for one thing. Like maybe they just say one thing and it's just a game changer. Whatever it is, it's a game changer. Whatever this Raphael person is going to bring in for you. I think this is a stranger. Like you don't know them. Maybe this is your person. Like that maybe this ends up being your person, or you understand like what you want now. I feel like you're shifting what you want, shifting what your wishes are. They've changed since you were a child. It's got something to do with this temperance, I think, and like grasping that thought that like everything that's ever happened to you that caused you doubt, that slowed you down, that made you build walls, that made you all, you know, do whatever. That little kid stuff, this person coming in gives you some kind of truth, And something inside of you changes, and it changes on a real deep level here with the page. It's like your childhood. Um, you're looking at your whole life differently. And because you're, instead of feeling like the victim in the Nine of Wands that you're feeling over here, you're actually feeling a lot differently about it when you're talking to your higher self right here. You know what I mean? Because you're realizing here in May, June, and July that every single thing made you you, and I think you're pretty good with it, you know? And then this person comes in, and I think even like what you thought you wanted is changing. Have faith in your dreams. You're making your wish over here, but you got a lot of like doubts about yourself, right? And over here, I think you thought you knew what you wanted, and then it changes. That's what it seems like. Because yeah, I think even the way you look at love, let's look at the bottom. Because the Two of Wands is about making a decision that's best for you. And this is not just you, it's your soul in you. This is not a human ego trip. No. This is you and your higher self making a decision. What's next? Two of Wands. What's going to make us grow? Love, an experience in love. One that makes you feel like you're winning. One that makes you feel like your vibration is changing, your thoughts are changing, what you want, who you want, and what it looks like changes. Empress, you're starting to love yourself here. You're starting to see something beautiful in yourself that I don't think you have in a while. So this is very beautiful. This person coming in is really going to change. It's going to change the way you see your life and yourself. You know, I think you're becoming very vulnerable and understanding like, man, I don't need a chip on my shoulder about this. I need to like be honest with myself about these lessons. They've been hard. I've been climbing this fucking mountain my whole life, right? Well, you're at the top, Scorpio. So, I mean, what happens once you get to top, right? It'd be the ride down. How fun would that be? Pretty fun. I feel like there's healing coming this year, and then manifesting togetherness, love, and abundance. Like, I feel like some of you could be traveling somewhere really warm. There's a lake there. There's lots of people around there. Maybe doing a little camping. Lots of excitement here. This could be about a reunion. I feel like that's what you're thinking about, and that's what you're manifesting here. Maybe going there to wherever this reunion is. You know, maybe it's a family reunion, maybe a class reunion. But I do feel like whatever that is, you're manifesting it. You know, you're manifesting some certain kind of energy in your life that makes you feel real good. So, wow, this is kind of a cool reading, and I hope that it definitely, you know, gives you something to think about. Anyway, I love you guys, and I hope you have a great birthday.